Today we're going to be talking about why it's probably time to start looking at loosely coupling your ERP system from other parts of your business. I've witnessed dramatic changes in my lifetime. Technically, I was born in the 1960s, 1969 to be exact, so maybe change is more apparent to those of us in your 50s, I'm not sure, but everything from music, shopping, videotapes, and even work itself has been turned on its head during my lifetime. And change hasn't slowed down for business either. Paper transitioned to computers, to transitioning now to smartphones, and even artificial intelligence. Things are evolving so much faster, and it requires us to start thinking differently about how we connect as a business as well. These changes tend to be focused on cutting out wasted time. And as we all know, time is one of the most important resources we have as a business. Decoupled systems are here to stay, even though your past management experience might tell you otherwise. I've been around long enough to see plenty of failed IT projects and software implementations, and integration has left many people with headaches. I've also had the privilege of being on the front line of that evolution of better solutions. Payroll, HR, marketing, sales, customer service, all good examples of platforms that now live outside of the financial operations engine known as an ERP. And despite the critical nature of these software applications, they are now integrated to the ERP, not buried inside of it. These functional operations are now split out, and it creates new and innovative competitive advantages to these adopters. I'd like to take a moment to talk about the changing role of ERP. As the acronym indicates, it's a resource planning system for businesses beyond a small family business. The Gartner Group first used the acronym ERP in the 1990s, and over time, ERP has come to represent a larger meaning well beyond the basics. These basics have now spanned outside of that to areas like complex manufacturing, supply chain management, project accounting. Those are all big areas in the 1990s that were added to ERP and continue to grow. Unfortunately, the code payload of ERP has forced a slowdown in innovation. As anyone in the software industry will tell you, the more code you have in your solution, the harder it is to manage and the harder it is to innovate. Take manufacturing as an example. ERP systems have one manufacturing system built into it. On the other hand, external providers offer up choices that you wouldn't get in a baked solution. As companies continue to look for improvements beyond the limitations of ERP, these integrated solutions are tried and have failed many times. And these failures cause a lot of IT and business people to run away with fear when hearing about integrated add-ons. I can't count the number of times during a sales meeting when, upon learning that our solutions were integrated and built outside of the database of the ERP, I heard disappointment. And for years, suggesting an externally integrated solution was a real challenge. That too has changed. Integration is a very complex concept that frankly took many years for the technology and design ideas to evolve, and technology advances and security have been huge enablers for integrated solutions that span well beyond the ERP and into the cloud of computing. Fast forward to today, and now closed systems are being replaced by open ones, and ignorance of third-party add-ons have been replaced by add-on marketplaces and APIs. It's hard to argue that ERPs are well positioned to meet the needs of changes that are happening all the time. When it comes to the modern supply chain, ERPs simply don't have the capacity to compete with cloud service add-ons. And ERP systems were built with an inward focus on managing. In other words, ERPs have been focused on traditional company. One area where this has become very apparent is Fortune 1000 executives looking for solutions in supply chain visibility and management. These are two hot areas of growth in cloud services because ERP systems are not as strong in this area. Not to mention, an ERP system can also be expensive to license for every user that needs to see information. Separate logins, data structures, security layers, even UI are being replaced by more common UI, common data stores, security that proliferates throughout the ecosystem, and user management. Solutions like Microsoft Power Platform and the Microsoft Dataverse are good examples that open up visibility to ERP data to be consumed by other systems more easily. I'm excited to report that although an integrated cloud approach to business is finally making great strides, there's still work to be done. When you choose to loosely couple your ERP system, you can finally start taking advantage of add-ons that enable your business strategies to explore new possibilities. And who doesn't want some of that?
WithoutWire is a cloud-based inventory management service that brings science to barcode scanning for field techs, manufacturers, or warehouse pickers. Within minutes, you can set up your own personalized environment. With our embedded Microsoft Power BI and SQL reporting services, you'll get live views of your activity from nearly any device and form factor including iOS or Android-based smartphones, tablets, and rugged purpose-built scanning devices. WithoutWire. Inventory management solutions without equal.